Hello YouTube. Today on Details and Dioramas, I have a Verlinden Productions kit number 1274 for the Accurate Miniatures 148 scale Avenger, and this is the Super Detail set. So let's take a look at what comes in the box. Alright, so I'll slide things to the side here. We'll go ahead and grab out instructions. Now, as with most of my detail sets, this was purchased secondhand. I believe everything is present, however, some items may be missing. So taking a look here, we have the front engine support, firewall, oil tank, all of those parts and pieces there. Then we have the right engine, showing you a front and back view, showing you how the photo etch needs to get attached. And also talking about, for fitting of the cowling, you may need to trim off a little bit of the exhaust collectors there. So showing you again placement and location, showing you parts that need to be carved, and since this is the Super Detail set, we have a couple of the panels for around the cowling that are removed, and then you can take and run the photo etch around to create the actual attach points for the panel. And then you have the actual panel parts themselves. Have the ammo for the in-wing machine guns, as well as, kind of almost cut off here, but we do have the lower gun as well. We have the seats, and a couple of the other bracing materials here. So, really pretty simplistic instruction sheets. So there we go. Alright, we'll start off with the photo etch. And as there's a couple of sheets, we'll go ahead and pull these out. Now this is actually a pretty thin photo etch, so be cautious of that. Now you do get a little bit of copper or brass wire. Have the wiring harness here. Go ahead, actually I'll lock that in there so that that stays locked. So you have the wiring harness here with all of the wires. You can see a couple of them kind of got twisted around there, so just kind of be cautious with them, even in the bag. These are actually pretty nice thick plastic bags. They can still kind of get twisted around. Like I said, really thin photo etch sheet. Have our bomb bay doors over here. Send some seats. Have the cowl panels that can be removed, as well as the inserts for those sheets. There we go. Review of all that detail. Alright. Just gotta be careful when sliding photo etch sheets like this in or out of bags. Sometimes they can catch and bend, and getting it to straighten back up is always a nightmare. So zip that up and out of the way. And then we get into the actual resin parts here. There's quite a bit, but there's also not an exceptional amount. So we do have a fine bit of copper or brass wire there. Have your main engine bank here with the gear assembly on the front, as well as the points there for the magnetos. We have 2 sets of cylinder pots for the 2 engines, and they are actually molded with the oil lines in there, or the lines run there. But as you can see, there is actually a gap. So even though they're molded in, they are relatively separate. Have the rear, what I believe to be the oil cooler, or yep, oil cooler, oil pump. And also, I believe, exhaust collector as well. I'm sorry, here would be one of the 2 exhaust collectors. And here would be the other. So those 2. And this part here is what I was referring to needing to be trimmed back. Have the barrels for machine guns. Probably get a little drill and carefully drill those out, and those will look even more amazing than they already do. Have panel here. Have pilot seat molded in harnesses. Really nice molded in harnesses in this case. A couple of bits here. The 2 center support sections. The receivers for a couple of the machine guns. It looks like with the barrels you could probably take and utilize those on part there, on the receivers for that are included in the kit. Your main control stick. Pad there. A couple of other small pieces. And then the main part here, which is going to be your firewall, the oil reservoir, and a couple of other bits for the front of the engine mount. So, as it is with most resin, if you've not worked with it or had it before, obviously take care. It is a fibrous material, so definitely try to do any amount of sanding in a very well ventilated area, and if possible, do it with some sort of mask on, just to be safe, because again, it's fibrous, which means it's similar in properties to asbestos. So again, just take care for health reasons. So, but outside of that, it gives a lot better quality of detail, and so I hope you can see that in this kit. This is the Verlinden Productions kit number 1274 148 scale Avenger Superdetail set for accurate miniatures. Have a wonderful rest of your day.